So we have that cat again.
Yeah.
I'm so sick and tired of this cat.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't take it anymore.
Well.
Hello everyone, my name is Arshia.
I'm Yasha.
Welcome to the 12th episode of AI Over Coffee.
Yes.
This week we're gonna cover 4 new models.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
New.
Okay, so the first model is OmniHuman 1, rethinking the scaling up of one-stage conditioned human animation models.
Models.
By ByteDance.
Yes. So we covered ByteDance before.
Mm-hmm.
They're this company that they created Halo, which we covered 2 weeks ago. So
It was the image generation model that
image
we covered.
generation, audio generation, and video generation. And the video generation is really good. It's called Minimax was the name of the model.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're back again with OmniHuman.
Guess who's back? Okay, so this is their architecture, which we're not going to talk about.
Yeah, it's boring.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Who cares, right?
Yeah, who cares?
Okay, so basically what they do is they get a image and an audio file from you, and they turn it into a full-fledged video.
Yes, so this is not a new task. It has been there for a long time. The first ones, they worked on portraits, so just a full face, and then you would just give it an audio, and they try to work out the lip syncing. And then there were some new models afterwards, which were half body and similar. So this model claims that they can do with any aspect ratio, from portrait to half body to full body.
Yeah,
So,
they love their hands.
Yeah.
So basically what this model really excels at is hand motions and hand gestures and fingers.
Yeah, and we tried actually Minimax. It was really good in creating songs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also what they excel at.
Yeah, so this is a picture of a lady playing the piano, and they gave it a song to play. Okay.
You can see the hands, they're a little bit off.
It's
from
not
the piano.
accurate at all.
Yeah, it's
but
not accurate.
it's still impressive that it can.
And
do it.
the text in the piano, it's not music note or music sheet.
Well,
or anything.
it's the lyrics, but it's in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It's the language they speak in Mordor. So
And it seems the authors really like Ed Sheeran.
they do. For some reason they do, yeah. And then we have a Chinese talking broccoli here, which I really love.
你们是怎么发现我的？虽然我知道这样说没有合适
I don't know why I love this guy.
健康着想
But the
希
coolest
望你们
one I found was Einstein
Oh yeah.
talking, and it was
This
so
is like
weird
a
to me.
famous image that everyone knows.
Yeah.
And so so the input of the model is basically image and an audio with any length.
And everything else is just generated.
Yeah.
Be like without emotions? It would be empty. What would our lives be like without emotions?
That is so
They would
weird,
be empty
seeing
of values.
Einstein in
Yeah.
motion.
It's so realistic.
And it's
a
realistic
famous,
as well, yeah.
Classical poet said, "We hate and we love. Can one tell me why?" Catullus. Science does not answer why questions.
Oh, that gets me so excited. This is so cool. Honestly, I don't know. This kind of thing really makes me excited because, like, if they're doing this now, imagine what's possible in like 5 years.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's happening in our lifetimes is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's about it. It's really nice. Obviously, we can't use it yet.
No, it's closed source because of security reasons, ethical reasons, and yes, so you can see the ethics concerns in here.
So as soon as it's available, we will try it.
Yeah.
We will put an image of Artin saying some very bad things.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we can move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is by Habiki Samples.
Yes.
It's high fidelity simultaneous speech-to-speech translation, or short for HFSS-TS. Yeah,
that's not sure. All right, so basically this is like real-time translation.
Okay.
And they trained it only on French to English, but it's like real-time translation.
Je parle un
Let
peu
the
français.
computer learn by itself how to translate.
I said I speak a little bit of French.
Indeed, as Vasilina says, we are beginning to have a lot of data.
You know, it
available
sounds like
everywhere.
the live translations they had in the parliaments.
Oh yeah,
Where
exactly.
they speak in their language and
Exactly.
there's someone else speaking over
Yeah,
it,
yeah, and
translating.
there's an accent. The translation
Yeah,
has an accent,
right.
which is
It's just weird in my opinion.
weird. maybe it's because of the data set. So the data set is mostly like this kind
French
of
dudes,
translations.
maybe,
French
yeah.
dudes doing translation, but yeah.
Yeah, for some reason the English translation has a very thick French accent
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically that. It's you can go and try it, but and you can run it in Hugging Face. So in the GitHub repository, you will see that they have a technical report and everything, and there's also Hugging Face link. So technically, you can just download it in your local, and if you're good in French, then it turns French to English.
Yeah, having real-time voice-to-voice translations like this and transformer models is pretty exciting, because now with the inclusion of like Halliday, like the glasses, they're smart glasses with like speakers on your ear over here, and then microphones and a camera, which pretty much makes you know every single language in the world, which is pretty cool.
And it's 1 billion parameters, so it's not really
big at all.
So it can fit into
Smart
small
glasses.
GPUs, smart glasses. So,
Okay, awesome. Next one. Okay, Imagen 3 arrives in the GPT. Oh, I'm sorry. In the Gemini API. Okay.
Well, by default we everything is
GPT.
Well, it's Gemini.
Gemini.
So yeah, I mean, Imagen was there. There's 1 and 2 version.
It's
and
a
this is
very
the
nice
third version.
wordplay. Image and gen, and then Imagen.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So yeah, these are the kind of pictures that you can basically generate, and it's a lot more realistic comparing to Flux and similar. So I think they did a really good job. Any comments?
The thing is, I believe that Flux is nicer, especially in lighting and attention to detail.
Yeah.
Because like Flux really dials in with realistic things. Like when I'm generating images on Flux, because we have a series on our blog section now, with all the different image generators that we have.
Yeah.
And what I've noticed with Flux is that it truly grasps to a certain degree what is realistic, what is not. A lot of other image generation models, like for example, there's a highway, but there's like random people in the middle of the highway just walking. Right?
Yeah. Right.
But like, at least in my tests, Flux doesn't do that, which is pretty cool, I guess. But we have to have hands-on with this and try it and see what it is. But I mean, image generators are getting so good that you really can't tell the difference between them anymore.
And the text, awaken your senses.
Yeah, that's really good.
Text is good. Interesting.
So I mean, we're so far along with the image generators that you pretty much can't tell anymore. So we just have to get hands-on with it and try our benchmark prompts with it to see if it can figure out a way to do that.
By the way, there's a benchmark in here that they keep track of. So this is the benchmark. So comparing to other models, you see like Flux in here. So Imagen should be a little bit better than that. Well, Imagen 3, and then the second version of Imagen 3 should be even better. So this is ELO rating with 99% confidence interval. So ELO given probably by humans. And yeah. Okay, interesting. So it should be better than Flux. But we're gonna see.
Yeah, we'll get hands-on with it and we'll try it and see if it's better.
It's gonna be in FlowHunt probably.
Yeah, of course it's gonna be. Okay, next model. Okay, so many models this week.
Yeah.
Gemini 2.0 is now available to everyone.
Well, not in FlowHunt, but yeah. Yeah, so it's through API we're able to use it, and according to this, there's a benchmark comparing Gemini 2.0 with all the other models. As always, you see the bolder ones are for Gemini 2.0. It's a lot better.
I actually have been using Gemini 2.0 for the past month in the Google AI Studios.
Yeah.
It was marked as experimental till now.
Oh right.
But now it's fully released. It's a good model. I can't complain. So we have that cat again.
Yeah.
I'm so sick and tired of this cat.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't take it anymore.
Well, the DeepSeek solved it. Plus
Easily.
O3 solved it. Actually, all the reasoning models solved it.
Well, not
maybe
O1.
not O1, yeah.
O1 and 1206 weren't able to solve it. And then here we have 2.0, which was released yesterday, which doesn't seem to do very well.
Yeah, but the difference is that this is not a reasoning model.
Yes.
So it doesn't reason, but yes,
It still
it's like a chat
misses
model,
the
basically.
dead part.
Yeah, but still it says it will die, so at least it's correct. So
50%.
yeah.
Well,
Also, let's try the strawberry test. There's one R. in the word strawberry. So yeah, but it makes sense because it's a chat model.
Yes.
And it's not a reasoning model. And let's also go through why this happens.
okay.
Actually, that's like a question that I get a lot.
Mhm.
So yeah, let's go. Right.
So, the reason why these AIs are stupid.
Well, it's because tokens. We humans are actually process a word with characters, either characters or words, but we see the characters and we can process characters. But AIs don't see characters; they see tokens.
Yes.
The reason, and that's the reason. So if I say strawberry, basically, AI will see
St-
4 tokens
raw.
in here. So
Bua.
it's the raw,
Eri.
but an eri. So and you just give this to a person like 4 elementary.
And the
pieces.
numbers on the bottom are the weights.
No, those are tokens.
Tokens,
Like literally
okay.
tokens. So the model learns, or there are like multiple word combinations or character combinations, which gets translated to tokens, and that's what the model sees.
Yeah.
And the model sees this stuff, so that's why it cannot know. It cannot process in the character level.
Okay.
And now the question is, why don't we process the words in character level rather than tokens? Is because tokens are more efficient to train on, and it takes less GPU time or computation rather than just characters. So that's why we traditionally we went through tokens. There are different papers that goes through what is another efficient way to go through tokens, like binary way of going through tokens and similar. But that's why character level processing is something that LLMs cannot do, or they
Okay.
cannot
So time efficiency and price efficiency and everything.
and how do you actually do the processing characters is using tools, like using code. So you would say LLM to generate a code, and then you would run that code and then see the number of characters. So that's currently how we do it.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
That was 4 AI models in hopefully 13 minutes.
Yes. We'll see.
Okay. Thanks for watching. See you guys next week.
See you.
Ciao.